Peace, peace, magical ones. Will your day as well. It's your girl Sanserae coming back at you with another little video share. And I haven't made a video in a minute. I've been working on some things, but a very special time is upon us as far as the cosmos goes. So I wanted to come through and share a little something special with you. So this video is how to make a spirit candle. It's really easy to make a spirit candle. You only need a couple of items. It's going to call for water, oil, a wick, and a container or jar, preferably glass of some sort, whatever you choose to put your candle in. So it's really quick and easy, and spirit candles can be used for various things. You can use them and dedicate it to a god or goddess, or dedicate one to yourself. Or you can use them for things like protection, calling upon the elements. You can make a spirit candle that represents the element of fire, for example, or whatever it is that you choose. So it's really quick and easy, and I wanted to share it with you all right now because we've got a very exciting time coming up in a few days. We have the summer solstice, and we have June's full moon, and we also have Mars out there. He's up there chilling in the cut, right as can be right now, so he's lounging around too. So what we have with this little alignment in the June full moon, and it's just a really great time to sort of start whatever it is that you want to do. Just do it. And the sun stands still on June the 20th or 21st, depending on where you are, for just a moment, shining its wonderfulness on all of us, and lets us know that it's time to go. The sun represents creativity and movement and fire and all light and all those wonderful things. And then you have, depending on what school of astrology you subscribe to, for some the moon is in Sagittarius, and that's my moon sign. So you have that full moon in the sign that deals with travel and adventure and philosophies and occult knowledge and religion and various things like that. And then you have Mars, which is the planet of desire and passion and strength and courage. And so you just have a wonderful alignment and a prime time with an energetic vibe to really go inside and make your dreams come alive. So I just want to put that out there. But I do want to share a really, easy way to make a spirit candle. And, the thing with candles, and when you use them in your spells and ritual works, is that, or your meditations, whatever the case may be, you can really buy a candle from anywhere and use it. You can be given a candle as a gift and use it in your workings, because what you want to do prior to is you always want to place your intentions on the items that you use in your practices. So, whether it be a simple meditation or you're doing an elaborate ritual, it's always good to, just take a hold of the candle or whatever and put your intention on it. And what you're really doing is you're personalizing it. You're personalizing the item to your vibration, to your frequency, to your thoughts, your feelings, your intentions, and your focus. And that's why this particular type of spirit candle, and any candle that you make on your own, is very powerful, because you have that extra focused intention while you are making it yourself, with the power of your hands, your energy, and your mind. So that's why they're such a wonderful thing to have, especially when they are super easy. So, like I said, you only need a few items to make your candle, and then if you choose to personalize it, you can always do so by adding some crystals, maybe some thick herbs like cinnamon stick or some bay leaves or some dragon's blood resin or something like that. You can really put your magic on it if you choose to do so, or you can make it very simple as can be. So for today, I thought we would do a protection candle. So it's always good to have something for protection. So you can just make a spirit candle for one particular purpose and use it as you will. So I got a glass jar, and I actually just got this from Walmart. I think it was a couple of dollars. Hobby Lobby is also a great place to get really nice looking glass bottles and jars, or you can just go to the dollar store, which I have another one I'm going to show you here in a minute, and I got that at the dollar store. So it is what it is, and that's what's up. So I got this, and now you can also choose to personalize it from the beginning, and since this one is for protection for me, I chose to draw the pentagram symbol on both sides of the jar. I just did it for me. You don't have to. You can create your own sigil and put on there, or symbol if you want to, or you can just leave it bare. It doesn't matter. You want to intend all your items prior to using them as well. And another thing, I always take the stickers off too, because you don't want any extra energy on it. You want yours on it. And you can always smudge, sage, cleanse and purify with some salt and water, whatever you want to do with it to make it clean and make it ready for yourself. So these are obviously all saged and intended for my purposes. And you're going to need a wick. This very important, obviously, it's a candle. Now this is probably the only item that you may not have lying around your house. Once again, you can get this at Hobby Lobby is a great place to get them. They're not that much. Or any craft supply store will have these as well. And I just got an all-natural cotton wick that was dipped in wax or whatever. So you will need to get one of those. And then you're going to need some blessed water. Now, it's very important that you use the blessed water when you make your candle, because it's just going to add to the energy of whatever it is that you're intending your candle to do. So blessed water is very easy to make. You can collect some water or just get, rainwater, or you can just get some distilled water. You can purify it by adding a little bit of salt if you want to do that. And then you can bless it by just sort of cupping your hands around it like a parenthesis and saying, a prayer if you choose to do so. You can do whatever you want. I usually do the anabacoic or the miracle prayer when I do my items. So, you can do that, or you can just make something up as you go. It's your magic. You do whatever feels right to you always. And then you just need some oil. Now, I recommend for the oil, you just get the cheapest vegetable, canola, whatever kind of oil there is. It's not going to matter. Just get the cheapest thing you can find. Save a buck with Chuck. All of this can be done for really just a couple of dollars, which is a wonderful thing. And if you want, you can choose to add some oils to it for scent. But because these are spirit candles, I usually don't do that. But you can if you choose. So really quickly, all you do is, if you want to decorate the outside, I recommend you do that first. And then you're going to need to place your wick in. You're going to want to get a wick that is about 1.5 to 2 inches smaller than the base of your jar or container that you're using. And that's just to make sure that it burns for as long as possible. You also want to get a wick that's long enough to extend a couple of inches above the top of your container, and that's because you obviously always have to trim the wick. And then because we're using water and oil, it's not going to melt like candle wax, so it's going to be really cool. I promise. I'll show you. So you just want to get that down in there. Now, if you're not going to use anything but the oil and water, you're probably going to need to get some wick tabs, which are just little sticky joints that you put on the bottom of the wick, and they help the wick to stay in place. But you don't have to do that if you use something large and heavy that can hold it down, that's not, in the water. And I'm going to use some black obsidian because they also go with protection. So I've already used 10 of these little diddies, and I'm just going to put them in the jar, and I'm kind of going to place them around the wick, and it's going to hold my wick in place, and I did not need to buy a wick tab. So save some money, beautiful thing, working my magic. Okay, so once you have those in there, it's really simple. You just want to pour your water in, and you're going to want to leave about a 1/2 inch to 1/4 of an inch from the top of the jar for the oil. Then you pour the oil in right on top of the water. And you want to leave another 1/4 of an inch to half an inch away from the top in case you want to move your candle around with you. That way the oil doesn't runneth over. I had that happen. I was doing a little ritual with a goddess sister, shout out to Sherika, and I had my spirit candle and everything was rolling. I picked it up to show her and some of the oil spilled out, and because it was oil, it was slippery and the little thing dropped right out of my hand. So you want to be careful with that. Leave a little bit from the top of the jar so you can pick it up and move it if you choose to do so. Then you can sort of play around with the wick and get it where you want it. I like to sort of have it in the middle. So when I'm happy with it and I'm all done, I'm not going to add anything else to this one. I'm going to bless it for my purposes, because I am going to be using this as a protection candle. So generally to do so, I just pray over it. So I just blew over it 3 times after my prayer, and that was just to blow the breath of spirit onto it and make sure that my wills are in there. And then, as always with the candle, you want to trim the wick. You want to leave a good 1/2 inch or so when you cut. I'm being really careful because I don't want to pull the wick up. And then I'm going to light it to show the fan that it do what it do. I never like to light my things with a lighter, so if I don't have any matches, I'll do that. And there you go. So it'll burn down just a little bit, but because of the wick's length, but once it gets to the oil, you'll find that it stays there, and it actually stays for quite some time. So you can even extinguish it and relight it. So you can use the candle for protection, especially this one, in various rituals and some of your workings. And you can jazz it up however you choose. So there it is, family, the protection spirit candle made with water, oil, and a wick. And I put some black obsidian down in there just to represent the protection. And I do want to share one more thing with the family, because I thought this one was really cool, and I just want to show you what you can do if you choose to. I went ahead and I made one for the solstice. So this is my little solstice candle that I made, and I put some red carnelian in there at the bottom, and I got a little sunflower. I used some cinnamon, and I used some clear quartz, and that's for Mars and the sun and some passion and desires. And I had to throw in some clear quartz and some amethyst. Let's get it from that full moon's chi that's coming around the same day. And then I've got some bay leaves that I tied to it here that I'm actually going to sigil some intentions onto. And then when I do my thing on the full moon, I'm going to burn those and ignite them with the flame of my spirit candle. So this video helps you in some way. If you want to know me and more about what I do, check out the website, yaelsmoon.com and l9shop.com. Check out the Facebook group, Magickal Scents and Hints. Shout out to the magical ones, peace and love. And check me out on Facebook as well by name Sanserae Scott. So until next time, family, peace and love and magical blessings.